What up? Peace, everybody. It's your boy Universal, aka Wax Groove TV. I am here with my normal partners in crime. I got the light-skinned homie in the back.
It's the DCYOP and the place to be.
I got the chocolate brother on the right to me here.
You already know, Steban Ray, you know I don't play. I was born in May. What's wrong with your day? I hope it was okay.
Word. So when we recorded this video, you know, we was inspired, man. We was feeling hungry. We broke as usual. We was watching them old 90s rap music videos where dudes was in the staircase. So we was like, we gonna record in the staircase. You got our children in the background making all types of noises, but that's all right. We rock it. So in normal fashion, I'm gonna just start it off with, hope everybody's doing well. And we're gonna jump right into what everybody been listening to. So Mr. DCYP, I'm gonna let you rock first. I'm gonna just hand that off to you.
Oh man, y'all sure y'all want me to talk first? Might be on this joint for an hour, man. Alright, so y'all know I always come prepared. I got my list. Like I always say, in no particular order. I've been listening to that new House Money by Max B. And let me tell you something. It dropped on December 6th. It got 7 tracks on there. When I tell you, that's been the album I've been maybe listening to the most, I'm not lying. Max is like, dude, I feel like it was still like 2005 out this joint. Like, yo, that same feeling. Like he the same Max. Same Max. How he did this from behind bars is beyond me, but he got it done. He still sounds good. You know, he linked up with a few individuals on the album. We got Cam on there. Dave East is on there. Wiz Khalifa's on there. It's just a solid album, and you know, I'm pleased he's in a happy place, you know, considering his situation, and I can't wait for him to come out. Yeah, exactly. Now, moving on, like I said, in no particular order, I checked out that Family Ties by Fat Joe and Dre. Now, you know, Fat Joe speaking some wild shit like the vets always do, talking about some, oh, this is my last album, blah, 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 blah. I got 11 songs on there. He dropped that as well on December 6th. Let me tell you something, Joe, you my man, but if this is gonna be your last album, nah, bruh, you can't go out like that. Nah. It's not, he didn't, to me, honestly, nah. And you definitely, I know you was trying to show love too, but you definitely didn't need Dre on this. You definitely didn't need him spitting on this album. I'm sorry, Joe. It's okay, but it's not Fat Joe material. It's definitely not the Don Cartagena I'm used to hearing. Like, come on, man. But other than that, I've been listening to, and fellas, I'm gonna be saying a lot now. Now, that Summertime Shootout 3. That Summertime Shootout 3, that the trilogy Fab completed. Everybody's been waiting for this album. He definitely didn't disappoint. It came out November 29th. So we're a little bit behind here. But it dropped November 29th. It got 16 songs on there. You know, typical Fab. I was feeling it. Hold on though. Hold on. Out of the 3, it's definitely the weakest one, but it's still a good listen. You know, I feel like, you know what? I feel like he got caught up in his recent, you know, trials and tribulations he's been going through, you know, because if you think about it, Fab ain't really used to people putting their 2 cents in on his personal business. He tries to keep, you know, his personal business completely separated. Yeah. To have his business all out in the public, it's kind of out of character for him. You know what I'm saying? But needless to say, it's a solid album. Another album that dropped December 6th. I wasn't really looking forward to it, but since it was out, I gave it a listen. That Montana by French Montana. He got 20 songs on there. It's kind of like a double disc. Yeah, 20 tracks. He got an A and a B side. You know what I'm saying? With that album, it's just okay. I probably won't. Yeah, like he didn't. It had like little to no like publicity or push at all. But you know, I probably won't be listening to that again. I heard it. It is what it is. Another individual, like I said, I wasn't really in no particular order. I wasn't really checking for this, but it's a good listen. Born to Rap by The Game. That dropped November 29th as well. He got 25 songs on there. Y'all know Game like to give you some length on his album, so he got 25 songs on there. It's definitely a solid album. Once again, he's a vet in the game. He's saying this is gonna be his last album. Is it last album material? Yeah, for the game, yeah. For the game, yeah. He can do his departure on this if that's what he really wants to do. Now, we get to What Machine Gun Do by Griselda. That also dropped November 29th. It got 13 songs on there. And thanks for correcting me. They got 13 bangers on there. And I want my colleagues here to chime in with this. Now, I'm going to say, you know, it might be some,
It might not.
hold on, it might be some words that people might want to chop my head off for, but in my eyes, I think this album and this group for Shady Records is everything that everybody wanted Slaughterhouse to be. Thank you for correcting me. Slaughterhouse to be. Slaughterhouse couldn't get it together, you know, so they pretty much, you know, went their own separate ways. But this Griselda group right here on Shady Records is definitely gonna hold Shady Records down. I kid you not, this album was everything that I wanted it to be, and I'm proud of those guys, man.
I'm not gonna lie, what stood out to me the most with that particular project is the fact that the production. So I watched that little documentary series that they put out, the 2 episodes, and I'm thinking like, damn, you know, Derringer doing his thing with the samples and the production's fire per usual. You know, they in sync. The chemistry's great, but there's not a single sample on the album
At all.
It's all instrument. If he could, that's where Boy Wonder came into the mix. I'm sorry, not Boy Wonder, Beat Butcher.
Yeah.
So basically, I guess, I don't know if it was the label's direction or if they were just challenging Derringer, or it was like, yo, we not doing sample clearance, we need to get this out. But it's not a single piece of production. If they heard something that they liked, they found a way to basically imitate or mimic it by playing other instruments, and that's where Beat Butcher came in to handle that end of it. And then obviously Derringer did his thing. But that 50 Cent verse?
Oh my, that's what I wanted to go to next. That 50 Cent verse did not at all feel like it shouldn't have been on that particular record. They definitely killed that song, adding 50 as, you know, a feature on that track.
But this is where I give Wes credit though, because he always, it seems like on the end of the feature, it seemed like it ain't gonna make sense. 50, Fat Joe, 50,
Yeah.
It's connected real well, you know.
Yeah.
I like the old Groove John on there. I guess the dude named Novel. I liked that track, you know. He came off real, you know, original and authentic with his flow and everything, you know. Definitely appreciated that. But you know what stood out? I like Keisha Plum, man. I love Keisha Plum, yeah. And it, you know, like, what it made me do is it made me go back. You know what I mean? So because it made me go back. So
Let me just get it out. Keisha Plum, we need a fucking project. You understand me? I don't want to hear you talking that talk over them boom bats.
I want to hear you talking that talk.
You know, nigga, I'm gonna come see you live. I want to see you live, just rocking out on some spoken word. Like, Keisha need her own album, bro.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely need that plum, plata da plum. You know what I'm saying? I know that's gonna come. I ain't never even. I know how I play on the social media. I don't even know what she looked like, but she sound like what she looked like. You know what I'm saying? But what I've been listening to, aside from what Machine Gun do, it made me go back. I've been on. I was on Hitler Hermes 6. I was listening to that. Supreme Blientele. Yeah, yo, they made me go back. I was on 7 too. It made me realize how fucking good like 6 was though. 6 was fire, yo. I was like, damn, yo, like.
Let me ask you this: Hitler, and I posted this on Twitter the other day, like a poll. Hitler 7 or WWCD?
Yeah. Ooh. Let me finish telling you what I was listening to, though. Fuck, don't be trying to do that to me right now. You know what I'm saying? Because something else that dropped on Black Friday that none of y'all ain't mentioned was Smoke Dizza and Currency. The Prestige World. Oh, my bad, Prestige Worldwide. I liked it. I definitely liked it. I enjoyed the skits on it, too. But I'm just mad because it made the whole joint short. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But overall, I definitely liked it. Loved the production on there.
I love those type of projects where Currency is.
Yeah.
It don't seem like nobody ever got anything bad to say about Currency. Like,
Yo, the nigga is hot spitting, my nigga. Like,
he just seemed like such a smooth, cool dude that you.
yeah,
there's no
definite,
reason for you to ever
definite.
Not, it's like, how could you not like him? But he definitely steps his pen game up when you do a joint project with somebody.
Yeah, I like the whole format of the whole joint though. How the skits and how they had it almost seemed like it was part of their podcast because I was watching Drink Champs with Currency, and he was said him and Dizza coming out with a podcast. You know what I'm saying? And the skits is what I feel correlated to what that shit would be. You know what I'm saying? So it really opened my eyes, and I guess it made it a Prestige Worldwide type of, feeling for that whole album,
Yo, you know what I think is really dope about Currency too? Just from what I see on social media and on YouTube and all that, he seemed like he really that dude in New Orleans, but on a very humble level. Like home and just walk down the street and, yo, you hungry? Come on, let's go get something to eat. Oh, you want smoke? Here, take that. I got you, baby. You know what I mean? Like he just come off like that super nice dude. He tries to be peaceful with everybody and he just wants to enjoy life. You can't be mad at somebody for being like that.
He's definitely down to earth. Yeah, your dude you could kick it with. You know what I'm saying? Light a clip. That type of shit.
Next time we definitely getting a babysitter too.
Yes.
All right?
Yes, that's the children running around. That sound. But I don't know why I even went back to this, but I did. I went back to Vince Staples' joint, Stolen Youth, with it was all produced by Mac Miller, rest in peace to Mac. He was a nice producer on the low, man. Mac was a nice producer, but that album was an interesting album because of the message it had behind it, and I definitely fuck with Vince on the rap tip. His first joint, Shine Cold Chain, and then this one really showed his progression, you know what I'm saying, his development in rap or whatever. But let us know what you've been listening to, Mustache.
So after this commercial break, oh wait, we ain't got no commercials, we ain't got no money, and we ain't got no sponsors. As far as what I've been listening to, y'all ain't talk about it, but my man Rock Mars, he came out with that Marcialago. Woo! Then he dropped that Richard Gere video.
Yes, he did.
Woo!
Yes.
Then I heard that Molly Ringwald. Yo, Rock, bro, you can't be doing this, bro. You really can't. Yo.
My nigga, the vinyl though. Got the vinyl.
The vinyl is fire.
That shit look hard. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's up there on his site for pre-order.
Yep.
That shit looking fire. I might have to drop the 100. Yo,
and
I ain't even gonna lie. I might have to drop the 100.
Rock is smart, bro, and I'm gonna tell you why in this situation because, he an indie artist. He ain't got no crazy wild budget to promote and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. My man said, you know what? We gonna bypass the streaming. This is his third or fourth project doing this. Mm-hmm. Put it on his website for a week, 2 weeks. digital download for $30, then throw it up on the goddamn streaming platforms. Yeah. Like Holmes wild smart for doing that, and I could see mad industry people taking that route a couple years from now. But for 41 years old, and you think like somebody can't get better?
Come on, man, he ain't 41 yet.
He is.
Not yet.
Is he 40?
He's 40.
My bad. I thought he was 41 already.
41 yet.
All right, my bad, Rock. But
Aquarius.
yo, this dude he really keep getting better with each project.
Yo, this one.
He got drums on this project. He sped up his flow a little bit. Home stacking words, like yo, it's crazy. But
I was pleased with the project. What I like most is the fact that he's just spitting straight through the tracks, no chorus. I think he got like one track on there, or one or two tracks towards the end of the album that got little chorus on it.
But to be fair, he did say he was in like a peaceful place when he recorded this.
Yeah.
So he definitely was getting started. You notice he get this Max D on.
Yeah. But I didn't want to make. That's what I assumed, and when I was listening to it, but I ain't want to offend him. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Yeah. He absolutely. He was bigging Max up on this project, and you know, when Max come home or whatever, them linking up together would be, you know, a beautiful piece of art. So,
you know, they from the same era and everything, and you know, not that it's like the best thing that I liked on the joint, but I definitely like the features he had on there as well. You know,
Yo, the joint.
they was fitting.
Need to give us
Whew.
that metal clergy and stop playing. We need
Yeah,
to joint project.
him and Kai feature was fire. Knowledge the Pirate though. You know what I'm saying? That what was it? Tom Chambers or something like that. That track. Oh man, that shit was on repeat. You know what I'm saying? Yes, nigga. Like, and he did a lot of it. Moss did a lot of the producing. You know what I'm saying? It was, yeah. You know, he had Anna Moss on there and Alchemist, but he did a majority of it, which, you know, I wasn't like shocked, but like it still was surprising. Like, oh, this is a rock joint. Like, yeah, I mean, like,
Drums on it. You know, rock.
Yo.
Never rock with drums.
I think that's why I was more into this particular project as well, because he actually had drums on it, and you know, he was spitting straight through it, and everything just sounded real good, man. Project is very well put together.
And let me just part on, you know, even the artwork was fucking fuego. You know, it was very, yes, it was. Yes, it fit right well, you know, because he definitely gives you that type of feeling. You know what I mean? Like it's a 70s type of joint. You could tell he came from that era, you know what I'm saying? Exactly.
What did he say? Shorty said she wanted a Mother's Day off because she had a child, but she got a pimp to pay. I was crying. Listen, Rock, man, I appreciate you. This dude, I can honestly say, I feel like he's been pushing the sound forward in hip hop. Like, almost kind of like how RZA was in the early days. Like, I get that from him, just the way. And he talks about how he wants to score films and stuff like that. I could definitely see him doing that. He said that on the Rap Radar joint. But moving on, obviously, what was She Gonna Do? This is definitely Year of Griselda. That's all I'm gonna say.
I wanted to talk about RZA too, not to cut you off.
Yeah.
But the fact that when I feel like where Griselda is at right now, if they continue doing what they've been doing as far as with the production with Derringer. Yep. See, when RZA was doing all the production for Wu, you know, everything was fire. Right. But when they start to, I don't know if they felt like, you know, RZA couldn't, you know, hold it down anymore. But like when people started going their separate ways, I mean, the music was still good, but it was different. Exactly. Like with freaking old boy with 40. See, when it's just him and with Drake, when it's just Drake and 40 in the lab, they cook up and everything is as it should be. Everything sounds great.
I think Ghost said this before. One of them said it, but they more or less alluded like, I remember in one of the book I read, RZA basically had member of the Wu.
Yeah.
And I think it was Ghost who was like saying, you know, he ain't never sound as crispy as he did like when RZA had that mic tuned for him. Out of any other place he recorded, RZA had him in sync better than anybody. And it's dope, like when you could be in a house like that and have somebody just really hold you down. That continuity really shows. But I could also understand why they felt like it's time for me to, you know what I mean, been rocking with this dude for 7 projects. Like, I may need to venture out. But yeah, they definitely on that Wu-Tang-esque wave going, you know, doing what they doing. Because what they do is so different from the industry standard, you know what I mean? It's like how you selling out merch and CDs and vinyls and you're not even on the radio, like you're not getting cosigns from, I mean they are, but they aren't. They was doing this before they was like really getting the cosigns that had the Rock Nation deal, you know what I mean? Like they truly built the cult following. So this is definitely Year of Griselda. That Rock America, man, that Flea Lord and Etho, I've been keeping that in rotation. Let me pull up the streaming app real quick, my bad. Product of the Dope game, that ain't going nowhere. Etho's Front Row, I gave that a nice listen, that was dope. Where we at? Check the other. Oh, we revisited Plugs I Met. One of my coworkers actually it's funny, shout out to you, RJ. Yeah, I mean, I be trying to play music in front of these dudes at work. They just be brushing me off. Somebody else put him on to that What Machine Gun Do. Now he keep it in rotation, so I had to, put that out there for him real quick. Czarface, Inspector Deck, 7L, Esoteric, yeah. The odds are against us. So that was decent. I mean, it wasn't as good as Czarface or Every Hero Needs a Villain, but it was it's 7L, which is the producer / DJ, Esoteric,
I think it's Esoteric.
and Inspector Deck. Or
I think it's
oh.
one of their albums, I swear to God, I had it on repeat, like, yo, it's this whole, like...
Y'all listen to that Flatbush Zombies and Tech 9?
Nah.
Yeah, Monica.
It's an album.
It's a song. Yeah, the video is fire. Oh, I'm bugging. So the video is dope. Like, if I could... You did post it in the group. Funny shit is like, if I could like reach the pinnacle of recording videos, like the way that video shot is what I would love my style to be. Yeah, it's dope. Like Tech 9 fit right into with them.
Definitely was a nice video.
I revisited the Soul Tape situation, Slime Wave, and I think that's it. Oh, Mayhem Loren, Raw Cashmere, and the other joint was added to streaming platform, so I've been giving those a listen too. Lamb Over Rice, Heather Gray, and that's really it, to be honest with you. So, this year...
Let me go back real quick and ask y'all, because we was just speaking about the Wu. And before we got, into this podcast, I had just posted a little John. I don't know if y'all watched it, but it's the second generation of the Wu.
Oh, yeah. All the children.
Yeah, I thought that shit was hard. You know what I'm saying? That shit was fire. Like, they definitely, like, they brought that Wu feeling, like, because it was a revamped Wu beat, and, like, you could feel that, but it was, like, an origination to the whole shit, like, you know what I'm saying? And then at first, I didn't even know it was the, children of the Wu. So I was like, yo, okay, you know what I'm saying? And then I realized it was them, and, that just made it make more sense and, put it all in more perspective, But I definitely think...
I'm having a tough time with that, though.
You is?
Because it's like, we understand that these guys are the children and stuff like that, but dude, there's some fucking big shoes to fill when you trying to...
Them ain't even shoes, them boats you got.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I got anxiety because I feel like I'm their son and I don't want to let Pops down type shit. You know what I'm saying? So
the way the music came on, it did not feel like that at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was very genuine, you know what I'm saying, and passionate. You know what I mean? As far as that was just the one track I heard though.
Yeah.
And I guess the video was directed by Young Dirty Bastard too.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? He did a decent job on there. I thought like, he used to bring a lot more energy. Yeah. I don't know if it was, home emulating his father or whatever. Yeah. But in this video, he was a little, more laid back or whatever you want to say. And it seemed like he was more himself. You know what I mean?
Cause hold on, we went to a show a while back. I can't remember what show it was, and he had came out.
He been playing his father's role.
And he had
for a minute.
and he had performed, and I was upset. I'm like, damn.
Right.
I feel like you letting Pops down right now.
Yep.
Because it was some of the tracks he was trying to, flow over, and it's like bro, we know the words more than you, and this is your Pops. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just felt like he just didn't have it that night. I don't know, maybe he was high, drunk, whatever, but
He was missing them key
I
points.
just wasn't feeling them, but that's here nor there.
It's crazy too. He really don't even look like Old Dirty like that no more either. Like,
He got all extra fat.
yeah, he a little. He put on extra weight, and then he got like a whole little facial hair situation. So he really don't like. You know what I'm saying? You can still tell that's old dirtiness, but and I ain't know like. Sun God looked like Ghost though.
Yes,
He looked like Ghost. I was like, yeah, that's Ghost.
I feel like all those children look like him though.
I only know the Sun
Got
God.
about
nigga.
23 of them things.
I know, right?
Hey, yo, so let me ask you this: is the East Coast back? Like, do you feel like it's a true resurgence with East Coast hip hop?
Absolutely.
I mean, what do you mean?
Like, you know how like ATL been the scene for.
MCs or just
Right, because that's
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like true lyricism it's always been around on the underground, but I feel like it's been a huge culture shift where
thinking like mainstream is.
it's not, I don't think it's necessarily going to go back mainstream. I feel like there's a huge following coming from mainstream to the underground. You know what I mean?
This is what I think. There's like this slight bit of, I don't know if you want to call it abstractness that's trying to reach the mainstream, because you got a lot of like the Anderson Pot with the YB and Corday track joints on
that
there.
track fire, that R&B
Yes.
fire.
Yeah. And then you got like Black Eyed Peas coming back out and shit like that. So you know what I'm saying? I think they're trying to like, not they saying they trying, but they hitting that more abstract,
But I'm saying even just from a spitter's point of view, like people like Griselda, Mayhem, Sky Zoo, Action, Rock, I feel like just even their popularity and the projects that we're getting from people like that over the past couple years has been big, and I feel like they've been getting better and better each time. Even like Bodega Bands and what these dudes is doing independently, I love it. How you feel about it?
I feel like East Coast has definitely been stepping it up over the past years or whatnot, but I don't really want these independent artists to go like mainstream and stuff like that, because I don't want that to take from their true artistry. You know what I'm saying? Because like once you go mainstream, man, that turns you into a totally different character, man. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like these guys actually love what they're doing. They actually love what they're doing. That's why we're getting the type of work that we're getting. Once you go, they'll get the money. But once you go mainstream, it's like, okay, people start demanding things out of you that might not really be you. Exactly.
You know who did it right though? Freddie Gibbs, because he's signed to RCA now, so he's signed to a major, but he's still true to himself.
True.
And he another one that's having a year. Y'all seen that Tiny
I would
Desk
say
concert?
if you is, nah, I ain't.
You gotta check that out. He did Tiny
I
Desk
seen you
concert.
posted it, and I ain't watch it yet though. But if you is gonna do a deal, make sure that it's set and sealed, that you staying within your own shit, your own lane.
Right.
You
Don't
making
be a
music,
slave to that
right?
contract.
Right. You making music that you want to make and stuff like that. Because people do sign with a label, and then the label just control the whole music. Yo, go down this lane. This person's doing that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I get the independent thing is becoming more relevant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
you gotta
It's
also
getting-
think, especially like some of these young boys, even the mumble rappers and mainstream dudes. I feel like they know they don't need a record label now either. It's like, especially if they built their following, it's like, yo, I could put this up on a streaming platform myself. Why am I gonna give y'all 70% when I could eat all that myself?
But right now, the biggest record label technically is the internet.
Absolutely.
So
YouTube.
yeah, it's the internet. Like you get that's why you got so many like come and go fast artists too, because you can put your shit up real quick. have a quick hit, and then just that quick motherfucking pancake mix. You know what I'm saying? You gone. You food now. That easy. You know, and it's a quick game now. And America's does that. It does that. Like America want everything to move fast, and you know what I mean. So that's what happened with the music, and the gift and the curse of the internet. You know what I mean? But you know, Merry Christmas.
Let's take it to the TV shows real quick, man. What y'all been watching, not watching, into, loving, hating? So I'm gonna let you kick it off, Mr. Lightskin.
All right. Once again, getting back to my list because I come prepared. All right, number 1 on my list, The Godfather of Harlem. The Godfather of Harlem is fire. If you haven't checked it out, make sure you go check out The Godfather of Harlem. Season just ended. I ain't gonna hit you with no spoilers, but all I'm gonna say is make sure you go watch The Godfather of Harlem.
So
all right?
Spoiling it for this one. I will say this. That was a season finale that made a lot of sense.
It did. It did for a lot of reasons.
It gave you closure.
On other shows as well.
Yes, it gave you closure and an open-ended to what season 2 could be.
Exactly. I will say this. This is not really a spoiler, but the nation, y'all know y'all dead wrong for how y'all treated my man. Dead wrong. We like that's why to this day we still got this crab in the barrel mentality. Dead wrong for what the nation did to my man.
I really like home relationships with everybody.
Yeah.
Like the fact that this is what I believe in, this is what I stand by, but home was also able to coexist with a Powell or a Bumpy Johnson. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like I really respect home. If that's what their relationship really was like, I truly respect home for that, for being able to be his own self and be a man and disagree with another man, but you know what? You still my brother at the same time.
Absolutely. I got The Watchmen on my list as well. I just started watching that, so
Fire.
you guys could dive in.
So yo, The Watchmen, it's a funky show and it's fire, not fire, it's not fire with a R-E, it's a Y-A at the end of that one. Yes, facts. That show was dope, bro. It's weird and bugged out at the same time, so you definitely got to sit there and watch it and pay attention because there's a lot going on.
Absolutely.
But it is definitely worth watching, and it'll definitely have you thinking. You know what I mean? That's what all I gotta say. I'm on episode 8. I don't know where y'all at with it.
Goodness gracious,
Yeah,
brother.
binge watch, cause like
I'm gonna start episode 3 when I get home tonight.
Word.
So I'm gonna pour up, you know what I'm saying, sit back, relax, put the kids to bed, and enjoy my night.
Word.
I honestly ain't even watched that yet. You know, I only seen the movie, and I only could go off based of what the movie was like. And I like the movie. You know what I'm saying? I watched the movie a couple times. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely will, you know, tune in to The Watchmen. But I started tuning into The Godfather of Harlem as well. I'm really liking that. You know what I'm saying? I was really like, I don't even know what you want to call it, but when I heard the name Powell, I was like, is that Colin? You know what I'm saying? So I looked it up, everything, but it was a whole nother, you know, type of Powell, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie, that show had me doing my Googles, you know what I mean?
Yo, for real, I was like, yo, this him? Like, this how he came
the
up.
intro music is fire. I love it.
Definitely. Swiss Beats did a great job.
Intro music,
You know what I'm saying?
I loved it.
Swiss did a good job on that, you know.
Hey, yo, so let me just to throw this out there. Is it me or is it black shows are in right now?
Oh, absolutely.
Like you got Godfather of Harlem, Watchmen for the most part, Power. I can't think of something else right now. This one ain't a black show, but you know, my Shameless is back on.
I was just about to say that shit is a black show to me, you know what I'm saying?
Shameless is my show, man. I've been watching Shameless since day one.
Exactly.
And I love the way the transition goes. Like the pendulum swings each season.
It definitely does.
This is true character development at its finest. You know what I mean? If you look at where they started to boom, this season might be about mainly Fiona. This season you see Lip becoming this guy, and then like this season, you know, you see what's going on with Lip and Fiona. I mean, not Liam and Fiona. You know what I mean? Like, it's really dope, bro. I enjoy the character development, and then you watch the show, and it got to make you feel somewhat better about yourself, because you're like, damn, this really is a family out there living like this.
Absolutely.
With that type of shit father and that type of shit situation that they're trying to make the best of.
Absolutely. How'd you guys feel about The Irishman?
I didn't watch it yet.
I fucked with The Irishman. And it gave me crazy insight on like fucking the president. John
Is this a season 1 type of thing?
Nah, it's a movie.
It's a movie, okay.
First of all,
3.5 hours.
Shit long as hell. I had to break it down in a couple days.
Word.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it took about 3 days to watch.
Yeah, do I gotta trap out the bandwidth for this, or it's on demand?
It's Netflix.
Okay.
I did it all in one day. I ain't gonna front. I took 2 naps. I started it at 9 a.m. I didn't finish it till 5:30 p.m. But
it was worth it?
Oh my goodness.
Yo.
Definitely worth it. Another thing. Now I'm not going. If you didn't watch it, I ain't gonna throw no spoilers out there. But all I'm gonna say is one thing. Yo, unions are powerful.
Yes.
Word.
Unions are freaking powerful. All right. All I'm gonna say is, if you have an opportunity to be involved in the union, I mean, good for you. Just know you're gonna be very, very, very well taken care of and represented. Shout out to the Teamsters.
Word.
Yo, I ain't gonna get into it, but the Teamsters was the shit.
Word.
All right. I've been watching this show called Jack Ryan as well. It's on Amazon Prime. I just finished up season 2.
I watched season 1 of that, and the movie was dope too.
Yeah. So that's pretty much all I've been, watching. I went back to a classic too. This week, one of my all-time favorites, Class Act.
Yeah. That's one of my sister's favorite movies.
I was chilling one day and decided to pull up the Class Act, so I jumped that off too. So.
I fuck with Class Act though, definitely. Class Act, work that body. Yeah, that's my shit too. But I definitely was watching The Irishman. That shit was fucking crazy. I don't want to spoil it either. Yeah. But like I said, like what happened with the president, I was shocked. You know what I'm saying?
They touched on that in Godfather of Harlem too.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And you see how after just the way the pendulum
Right, matter of
swung.
fact.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So
yeah, because the Powell John, he was talking. He was the one.
But remember, Bumpy said like, "Yo, you know what I mean? They knocked that top off. This is what it is. It ain't no.
They don't play
it
that
wasn't
shit.
no commie. It was the mob getting busy.
Yo, bruh.
It makes sense though. If
My
those
God.
events truly happen, it makes sense.
It put like a lot of light on like how many other things that they touch. Like, you know what I mean?
Yo, people, do your Googles, man. Do your Googles. Listen, somebody said at my job they was mad the other day at their child. Their child said he learned more from YouTube than he does at school. The sad thing is, it's the same way for me, bro. Like, I definitely learned more from YouTube and Google and stuff.
But it wasn't a YouTube time of era when.
But what I'm getting
But
at is,
like what I'm about to get is that because what we usually talk about is rap. I learned a lot from fucking rap.
absolutely.
You know what I mean? So like rap was our YouTube kind of back in my time. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. But reason I say that though, because obviously with rap music, especially listening to rock, I always have to Google words that he says so I know what I'm talking about. But just watching shows like The Godfather of Harlem, I'll Google one thing like an event or just something that may have happened, or a relationship, and then boom, now I'm looking this up and now I'm looking that up. But at the same time, it's a black show and there's hip hop music in it. So that hip hop culture is still inspiring you to turn around and learn something. You know what I mean?
Definite. And you're right about rock, because rock will use, and it's crazy, because like how it correlated to what I did learn in school. Like he had used the word like intrinsic, and I was like,
I had to Google that after he said it in one of the.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, he said it on Richard Gere.
yeah, he did. But it was a word that was like it's financial terminology from the stock market, most likely. Like intrinsic means pretty much true. Like you get the intrinsic value. Like a business can have a certain stock value, but what's their true intrinsic value? But the way he used the word like quick and easy like that, it just it was like damn, and how it correlated to my school, and like it's shit like that happens in rap that like what I'm saying is really intriguing to me, what I'm saying, and enlightening, and how it like touches a part of your life and everything. But what I've been watching, I also was watching. I'm not really big on animation, but I did watch Big Mouth 2. They had dropped another season.
Big Mouth was reckless.
Yes, it is. I
Big Mouth
fuck
was
with Big Mouth.
Bro,
Yeah, that
don't
shit is
watch
great.
this with the children.
Nah, you can't
This,
do that.
the children
No.
need to be asleep or out of the home when you
Yeah.
put this show on.
Yeah.
Ain't no watching it while they're awake.
Definite. Nah, that shit is like funny as hell too though. Like it definitely is reckless. And I definitely like where they keep going with it and the growth of the whole joint. What else I be watching? Damn, I just had it on my
Hey, yo,
on my
make sure
brain.
y'all check out Berry Tales on YouTube. Hilarious. Black content creator. He basically created a whole cartoon web series, but it's all bear, so everything is bear based, you know what I mean? So I don't want to spoil it too much, but check out Berry Tales, it's pretty dope.
I can't really think of what the fuck else I was watching. Shit won't come to my brain, but it was right there, just a little couple seconds ago. So won't you tell us what you've been watching, and then
I mean, like I said, really just the Godfathers of Harlem. I'm watching Watchmen right now. Obviously, once Power comes back from the season break, I'm gonna be back on that. Yup, January 5th, I believe, if I read right. So that, and then, I mean, that's really it. So if y'all got any suggestions, I'll definitely add something, cue something to the list to listen to watch. I'm always looking for something new to watch. But my thing is, when I watch shows, I like to watch stuff that's what's the word? Thought provoke. It just gotta provoke some type of thought. You know what I mean? Like.
And the crazy thing is, hold on, I'm gonna say this real quick. Let me get back to it real quick. The crazy thing is, saying that, with that being said, excuse me, and I'm sorry if I offend anybody. Yo, I'm hurt what happened to Hoffa, yo. I'm hurt. I'm hurt what happened to Hoffa. See, from the outside looking in, yo, he was pro his people. You know what I'm saying?
And I don't think like they didn't understand.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just gonna leave it at that, and I'm sorry if
I was about to
offend
spoil
people.
it a little, but
I'm sorry if I offend people, Will, but in my mind, knowing what I do for a living right now, if I had somebody like Hoffa representing me, just know I'm in good hands. Just know.
It's got to be something thought provoking or something where I can just learn. You know what I mean? Like I'm big on shows like that. You know what show I'm about to get back into? Mr. Robot, season 3. I think this is the final season. Joey Badass is on the second season. He's actually a really dope actor. Like I really feel like
he is.
Yeah.
I like them on
The Wu-Tang joint.
Besides they on Boomerang it come on BET.
Yeah, word.
I was watching that joint, so I'm waiting for season 2 on that
Word.
joint too. He did real good.
Yeah, Home definitely got like an acting future ahead of him, even if he left the music alone. So yeah, I'm Mr. Robot, and then that's really it. So I mean, if anybody got any suggestions, I'm definitely open to some.
because Bub touched on this. I think you did, but I watched Gemini Man. You watched that shit, right? Yeah. That shit was fire. Shouts out to Will Smith on that one. You know what I'm saying? I don't care fucking about critics. That movie was hard. And I'm a Gemini, so it really, fucked with me. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that shit was crazy how, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, the dude was basically raising clones and shit type of shit. Yo, watch Gemini Man.
Theaters, and y'all trapped out the bandwidth for us.
Oh, you know how I play.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, you know how I play too, so.
Word, I'm on it.
Yeah.
If it's free, it's for me.
Yeah, definite. Listen, man. That joint, it was not upsetting. You know what I'm saying? Definitely was. That shit, I fuck with that joint.
Word, I'm gonna have to check that out. Yeah, so let me ask y'all this, right? So we in art studio, we in art space here in Hartford. They had the breakdancing joint, the Living Legends
Let's
downstairs.
just go down and check it out.
Where we we might be able to throw some of that footage up there. Matter of fact, one of the dude hosting it was on one of our episodes, Tang Sauce. But what'd y'all think of that? Me personally, that was my first time seeing breakdance live. My son be calling himself a little breakdancer around the crib. So, it was dope to see, like, my son was glued to it when we first got down there. For me, it was dope seeing it just firsthand. So, I'll start it off with you. What was your thought process?
I thought it was fire to see it live up, close and in person. It brought back that old feeling of where, when I was a kid coming up in the 80s and the 90s, I mean, obviously, I didn't have the exposure to watching, going down to the park, seeing people b-boying and stuff like that on cardboard or whatever, on a basketball court or whatnot. But to see it here and to see that these guys are still, still have the love for it and still can actually do these moves, because shit, they look painful to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it was live. The DJ killed that Woo set. It was nice, man. The kids got to see that too, so it was cool.
You know what I'm saying? I definitely appreciate it. Definitely loved it. Made me almost want to get out there, you know what I'm saying? Do my own thing, you know what I'm saying? I could have went that path route, but instead, I'm sexy chocolate. And, I even seen a dude who I went to school with, and way back then, he was passionate about his shit. Like, home was destined to be a b-boy break dancer, like, you're like.
And he living that life. I'm proud.
Yes, he definitely is. He's fully, engrossed in that shit. Like, he is not playing. Like, and I respect that. He definitely knew what it was, knew what it be. But you know how we play.
Man, before we wrap this up, though, I just want to say shout out to everybody that does check us out. We love y'all. Keep showing us some love. We want to show y'all some love. Shout out to the potential new listeners out there. And if you're not messing with us, like my man said, something wrong with you. Yeah, I mean, what y'all got going on though besides this? I know Mr. DCYLP, he out here killing the fashion game silently, dropping hoodies and ain't even, ain't no promotion, just dropped it. Then he hit the promotion button later. Home doing his thing. So just tell us what you got going on.
Let me touch on that. I've been pushing these elegance hoodies. The love been real. I'm gonna keep pushing more of those. But I got a number that I want to hit, and once I hit that particular number with this particular design, like I always do, I'm gonna phase that out and bring in my new design. So y'all keep supporting me. If you want an elegance hoodie, you can just DM me or go on my website, CYOP.com, and cop yourself an elegance hoodie, man. Other than that, man, same old same with me. You can follow my IG page, Direction CYOP Garments. Check out my YouTube page, same name, Direction CYOP Garments.
Hey, yo, let me throw a little gem on there. Right, so when you say same old, you gotta say before the heroin. You know what I mean? So think about it, because you're creative, you know what I mean? Obviously, you know who Samo is. It's Basquiat, you know what I mean? Basquiat was an ill dude. So when you throw that Samo out there, you gotta say before the heroin. But you only really gonna catch that if you a Griselda fan, because that was a Conway line from a Sky Zoo feature. You feel me? Basquiat on the draw. But, same old before the heroin. Just throw that in there.
Yeah, so y'all check me out, man. And I'm always looking for models too, women and men. So don't be afraid. If you want to get fly, you want to take some fly pics with Lorena or Wax, you know what I'm saying, hit me up. When I throw out my APB, you better catch it, because it's definitely going to be fire. All right? So.
You already know, man. Merry Christmas. It's getting close. I've been doing Christmas shopping. That's what I've been doing. You know, y'all can't check me on any social media. I'm sorry, you know, but I do have some things out there, you know. I might drop 3 albums on you. I don't know yet, you know. But, you know, I'm soon to come. You know what I'm saying? Merry Christmas.
Once again, like Joe Budden said, man, shout out to our first-time listeners, last-time listeners, and everyone else in between. Word. For me, I got my coach hat on right now. You know, wrestling season done started, so I'm one of the coaches from my youth wrestling program, so I'm doing my thing there. So between that, you know, we about to start getting real creative with the podcast, just putting out content. So be on the lookout for the IG page, because we're going to get that up and running soon, and we're going to be dropping content on there quite often. Make sure you check out my man for the fly gear. You know what I mean? Get your garment game right. If you catch Esteban Ray in these streets, just holler at him. I mean, y'all know where to reach me, at Wax Groove TV, Twitter at Universal718. Just be on the lookout for the next podcast. We are on SoundCloud, so make sure you check us out on SoundCloud. Top of the year, we're trying to get on all major streaming platforms. We are broke, so if you want to make a donation so we can make that happen, definitely. But yeah, if you want to work with us, or, you know, give us some ideas, suggestions, feedback, music to listen to, topics to talk about, we all for it. Peace. That's all I got to say. We love y'all.